quarantine social media guru, Imari, and we're reeling in some of the most exciting.
Oh, no. Hey, that's our food.
Extreme.
You better stop it. Hey, bring me that rope.
And entertaining posts on social media.
You're never going to win with a 4,000-pound vehicle with a 50-pound scooter.
This is Florida for Real. Social media moves so fast, and it's a full-time job just to keep up. Stick with us, and we're going to break it all down for you. And to help me sort through the chaos, we've brought in a pro. He's the voice of the morning show on Magic 94.9, Scott Tablin. Over 550,000 people watched Mike, a AAA technician, go above and beyond in Winter Garden, Florida. A dead battery turned into a teachable moment for two young boys. The technician let the driver's sons help change the battery.
See, I wonder if they kept in touch, because these are the moments that build lifelong friendships, and these two definitely have that bond now.
You know, I really wanted to know that too, so I tracked the two of them down, and we actually have them here with us right now. You're the dad that has these two wonderful boys that helped Mike out with changing your battery. Did you expect this video to go so viral?
I definitely did not expect it, nor was I even going to post it at first. I was just telling Mike, I just took the videos to show my wife and say, look how much fun the boys had. This was awesome. And I was so mad prior to Mike showing up, and then it turned out to be a great afternoon. I wanted to just show my wife, and then I was like, you know what? I might just send this into AAA so they could see my experience and hopefully help Mike out. And then my wife said, you should probably post it too. And I'm like, yeah, all right, I'll post it. Not thinking it would go viral. So it was pretty cool that it did.
And it was so cool to see, Mike, how you interacted with the kids, and your patience is just so beautiful. Have you worked and helped kids learn cars before? Is this something you have experience with?
Well, I don't have experience with kids helping them work on cars, but I have 4 of my own. I had to raise them as babies, and just I'm sure you can imagine what it's like having 4 small stair steppers in your home at once. Once I saw them, why not let them be involved with it?
Yeah, now they're interested, of course, in fixing cars. So
That's so nice. I'm so glad that I stumbled across this video. I love seeing all the kindness, and I know everyone in the comments was just so happy to see something so positive on our social media timelines and For You pages. So thank you both for joining us today.
Keep being awesome, guys.
definitely.
Oh, absolutely.
See, I feel like I need a Mike in my life, because if my car has any problems, I'm done for.
A lot of the commenters were really impressed with Mike's patience and kindness.
Yeah, even Firestone, they commented, everyone needs a Mike. Yes, we do.
This woman was definitely impressed. After lunch? So you mean he entertained Napa's kids in the heat and fixed your car at the same time? He's a wizard is what he is.
Ashley said, so he should be the commercial, because this literally made me tear up. Same, Ashley.
We're gonna scroll from this video onto something that's even just as cute. An Illinois police officer was trying to rescue a dog from a burning home, but the terrier named Oakley needed to grab something first. Body cam video shows investigator Michael Ely forcing his way into the home and finding Oakley. The pup runs off and guides the officer to a leash hanging near a door.
See, I love this dog because my dog Coco would never go directly for the leash to go outside. If somebody walks into our house, she's gonna lay on her back for probably 5-10 minutes. It doesn't matter if there's a fire, by the way.
Yeah.
She's gonna say, you need to pet my belly for at least 5-10 minutes. I'm still stretching here.
So this brave man was caught on camera stopping traffic in Palm Harbor to save a turtle. The video received over 700,000 views. You see this dude stop his car as soon as he sees that little turtle crossing the road, turns on his flashers, jumps out, and he's gonna grab that little turtle. I don't wanna say baby, because that probably is an adult turtle that's on a mission.
Adult turtle on the mission, probably going to a job interview. Here's what makes me so mad about this video. People are swerving around this person like they're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
This should be Florida law. If you see a turtle crossing the street, everyone should stop what they're doing. I don't care if you're late for the dentist. You get out.
Late for the dentist.
Yeah, and you walk the turtle across the road. And here's the rule, Floridians know. You bring the turtle where it was already going so it doesn't end up back in the street again. This person is a hero. Give him a cape.
You know, a lot of you at home said you do the exact same thing. Someone wrote, it's an unwritten rule to stop for turtles in Florida and help them cross.
I saw another comment said that, I'm surprised people weren't meaner about it on Tampa roads, but bless this dude for real for saving that turtle. Yes, thank you.
Well, you know, after watching this video, I wondered how many kind souls were actually out there. So I hit the streets to find out. Would you get out of your car to save this turtle?
Absolutely. If I know it's alive, I'm gonna,
You're gonna
stop. But if it's like not moving, I'm not gonna stop.
In that situation, I would probably rescue the turtle.
And if you were a driver, you weren't the turtle grabber, you were just a driver behind him, would you be mad if someone stopped their car in the middle of the road, or would you be understanding?
Yeah, understanding.
It depends. I mean, if I was in a rush to go somewhere, I probably wouldn't think about the situation and then react wrong.
Yeah.
But if I can catch the situation before I interact wrong, then yeah, I'll be
Then you
patient.
understand.
You know, I'd probably jump to the conclusion that he's an idiot and get mad. And then I would see what he was doing, and I was like, oh, geez, I'm so stupid for getting mad, that kind of thing, you know.
Well, if I didn't see the turtle, I'd be like a little annoyed, like, what are you doing? But then once I saw the turtle, I'd be like, oh yeah, that's a good guy.
A wild boar broke through a sliding glass door to get inside this Lee County house. Deputies were able to get the boar out of the house and back to the woods, but only after a tussle. And you can see that boar just standing in the living room. That is his house, he's unmoved.
Look, I get when animals get into our things, but the crazy thing about this boar is it had opportunities to go off and be free.
Yeah.
And it turned right around and ran right back at the deputy. I don't know who's more courageous.
Oh, look at that.
Yes.
Oh, he's going so fast.
Look, the boar runs away. And then he's like, wait a second, no. I want more.
It
and
honestly,
he came back.
It reminds me of the Spanish bulls where like he just is missing that red cape and he's like, ooh.
This deputy
that thing
is so
moving.
brave. I wish I had an ounce of that courage to look a boar in the eye and say, I'm gonna tussle with you all the way to the ground. Because those things are very heavy, very mean, and I'm pretty sure they'll bite you.
The FWC said that they don't provide removal services for wild hogs, which I found kind of surprising, but the species is not protected in Florida. So that means on private property, landowner permission, they can be trapped.
Wait,
and they
are
can
we
be
on our
hunted.
own? If there's a boar in my house, what, is it just gonna move in now? I should make it a
They're pretty
bed,
much saying
give it
you-
some breakfast? Because I'm not removing it.
They said you gotta trap it or you gotta
Take it out,
take
have
that
a pig
thing
roast.
out. You know, I don't know what's up with these animals today because this video, this family vacation got millions of views. This happened in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. All this family could do was just watch as this mama bear and her cubs climbed onto the back of a truck and made off with a bag of groceries.
I'm so conflicted here because on one hand, these bears are so cute and they look like little puppies and you want to pet them. On the other hand, you got to remember that they're bears and they got those bear claws. And so if they get your groceries, that's it. They could have them.
And you know, there are plenty of you in the comments saying what you would have done in this situation. You know, someone said, for the cost of groceries now, I take the bear on. And I understand that, lady, because my goodness.
And I love seeing all the animal lovers in the comments because somebody else said, am I the weirdo for being happy that I would have fed those baby bears too? Indirectly, without breaking the law.
You know, after all these crazy animals, we gotta take a short break, but stick around to see a Florida man's unique choice for transportation.
Being on Del Mabry on a scooter doing 30 miles an hour cutting in and out of traffic is just not a very bright thing to do.
And we talked with NOAA's hurricane hunters about why they do these amazing flights. I don't know what this guy was thinking.
Over 400,000 of you watched this video of a Florida man riding an electric scooter down Del Mabry Highway in Tampa a few weeks ago. And many commenters questioned whether he was well within his rights or if he deserved a ticket.
What is this man thinking? There are
know.
so many other ways to get around Tampa Bay. We have Uber, we have bicycles.
Yes.
We have, at the very least, maybe even a horse. But a scooter?
With no helmet.
With no helmet. You are asking for trouble, and I don't want any part of it.
I will say that he did merge better than a lot of Tampa drivers, because I've seen some things
You're giving
on
him
my
a
way to
lot
work.
of credit. You're giving him way too much credit.
I don't know, sometimes people get a little bit crazy. I got bumped by someone that wasn't paying attention and she wasn't in a scooter.
Yeah, exactly. And so my whole question here, and this has become the debate because of this video,
Yes.
is this illegal? Because if it's not, it should be. And I already saw that Neo Online was talking about this. He said, I've seen this on 611 in Pinellas Park, guy going 45 on a motorized skateboard. People just do whatever they want. There's no consequences.
And Tony says the scooters, the bikes, they do it all the time.
They really do. And then Jan said, I saw him. Where are the police?
That is a great question. So I found someone who may have the answer.
It's kind of wild. If you're on these things, you definitely don't want to be in a through lane of traffic. Regardless of what's legal or not legal, you're never going to win with a 4,000-pound vehicle with a 50-pound scooter. You need to be in the shoulder on the right-hand side, moving with traffic in the bike lane if you're going to use these things. There's all kinds of laws surrounding gas-powered, electric. Everybody needs to go look at those laws. But end of the day, you need to be wearing safety gear. You need to be over 16 years of age, and you need to be using common sense. Being on Del Mabry on a scooter doing 30 miles an hour, cutting in and out of traffic is just not a very bright thing to do.
See, that was my take when I saw the video. Everyone was debating whether it was illegal or legal, and I was thinking, this is just not safe. He doesn't have on a helmet. He's in the middle of traffic. Huge cars and trucks and everyone is surrounding him, and he's just on his scooter with no safety gear on.
Correct. I looked up the violations. I mean, this isn't something we commonly see, people riding scooters on highways. I think it's about a $75 city ordinance violation, but that compels in comparison if he falls over and gets run over by a vehicle.
Exactly, yeah. And then that's traumatizing all the drivers on the road that aren't expecting to see a scooter. What advice would you give to drivers when they see something crazy? We live in Florida. We have our Florida man stories every day. We're always seeing crazy drivers and stuff on the road. What would you say to a driver in terms of how to keep themselves safe if they see someone doing something a bit reckless?
Yeah, I mean, whether it be a scooter or a vehicle, if you see somebody that's out of control or ending up in some type of road rage situation, I always tell people, just back away from them, let them do whatever they're going to do. And if you can, go another direction and just get away from the situation. That's the best route for everybody.
So you're allowed to be on the scooter, and this is going to make me look horrible. But what happens if you hit them on the scooter?
Oh my gosh.
Because if you hit a car, you go through insurance. It's a whole debacle. But you're on a scooter, which you weren't supposed to be on the road in the first place.
Yep.
So who's really at fault here?
So correct. So the problem is you don't have to have insurance on these things. But you are still financially liable for any damage you cause while on them. So you probably end up in a civil lawsuit with somebody trying to recoup damages to your vehicle.
Oh, wow. Well, hopefully drivers and scooters and bikers are all safe when they're out on the Tampa roads, the Florida roads. But I want to thank you so much, Brandon, for your service and also for talking to us on Florida for Real.
Hey, no problem. Thank you for having me.
So, Scott, I feel like we just talked about the dangers of riding an e-scooter on Del Mabry Highway, but what about the dangers of flying through a hurricane? Would you ever do that?
Are you kidding me? I get scared when there's turbulence in the airplane. I fasten my seatbelt, I hold my little can of peanuts, fly through a hurricane?
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah, me too. But there's actually some brave souls that do it for a living. Over 5 million of you checked out this viral video of hurricane hunters going through the eye of Hurricane Erin. It shows them flying a plane into the eye of Erin as the storm grew to a Category 5 in August. I chatted with one of NOAA's hurricane hunters to learn a little bit more about how they pierce through the eye of a storm.
I love flying inside of a hurricane, and by the time hurricane season rolled around this year, I was getting pretty antsy. I was ready to fly again.
How does your job prepare us for hurricane season?
The big thing about the NOAA Hurricane Hunters is the research that we conduct. We're doing a lot of research, getting a lot of data from within the storm that nobody else in the world is gathering. I think one of the more impressive data points is back in 1990, the average margin of error for a 3-day forecast, where is the eye of a hurricane going to make landfall, was plus or minus 250 miles. And now after 2020, the average margin of error because of the NOAA Hurricane Hunter research that we do is down to less than plus or minus 75 miles.
What plane do you guys fly up there into a hurricane? I know most of the time you're at the airport, your flight might get canceled because of a thunderstorm, but you guys are going into a Cat 5 hurricane.
Yeah, this is it's a P3 Orion. Lockheed special made 2 Delta variants just for hurricane research, and we have the only 2 in the world that were made for this.
One of Lieutenant Commander Brandenburg's viral flights shows him and his crew piercing through the eye of Hurricane Erin.
This is our 5th pass into the hurricane. This is when she has finished her rapid intensification into a Cat 5, and we're busting through the eye wall, and things just open up.
And how does it feel to break through the eye wall?
Traditionally, the eye wall is the most violent part of the storm. It's where the highest winds are, the most wind shear, the most turbulence, some of the most severe precipitation. So lightning kind of increases in frequency, the hail, the grapple that we get, the rain, it all starts pounding on the aircraft, and you really hear it on the windscreen as you're flying through. The turbulence kind of gets at its worst. So it's really humbling to experience that sort of raw power of Mother Nature.
Someone left a comment on the video and said, "Thank you for what you do, but y'all are nuts." Do you consider yourself to be nuts?
No, I don't think so at all. I think I'm well trained, and I love serving my country.
Thank you so much for doing everything that you do, and it has been a pleasure talking to you.
All right, thank you very much.
So Scott, what do you think? Now do you want to give it a try after seeing all the behind the scenes?
Absolutely not. It was the coolest thing to see.
It was.
I'm so glad they captured the moment. But he said he was not nuts. Yes, he is. To say I'm going to fly into a hurricane.
Yeah.
And I'm going to come out on the other side.
Yep.
I'm grateful for him and his job.
Exactly.
I will not be applying.
Yeah, I called him a real life superhero because that's something that you only see in movies. You don't just see someone saying, oh yeah, I'm gonna fly into the eye of a hurricane and make it out alive.
How do you compete with that when it's like, bring your, parent to school day and they could explain their job? I fly through hurricanes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he takes his job very seriously.
As you should. You can't mess up on a day at work.
Yeah. And what's crazy is the job is so serious, and he's a very serious dude, but the planes are named after Muppets. If you notice in the package, there's a little Kermit that's dangling about at the front. I think it's called the cockpit. Yeah, obviously.
They're just lighthearted. We're just gonna go fly into a hurricane. Just another Tuesday. That's how I feel about people that fly into hurricanes and people that go skydiving for a living.
Oh yeah, I can do it.
You have something special within
I
wish I had that bravery.
I love my life, therefore I will never do anything like that. But don't go anywhere. We aren't done quite yet. When we're back, we'll be teaching you some social media slang. New words have entered the chat. The English language is rapidly changing because of social media, and Cambridge Dictionary is adding over 6,000 new words this year, including some TikTok slang.
Now, I have a friend, and his son always uses words that I literally look at him and I'm like, I have no idea what you're saying. Because these kids use words that apparently are now actually in the dictionary.
Yes.
But they're just grabbing letters and combinations and throwing it all in one. And it doesn't make any sense to me.
It really doesn't, and I'm still super young, but when I hear my cousins who are like in middle school and elementary school talk, I'm like, what are y'all saying?
Yeah.
But some of these new words, let's start out with the one that I think is the most ridiculous. Skibbity.
I've heard skibbity so many times at schools that I speak at.
I don't know what it means, but apparently it means it's a gibberish term that means cool or bad, or it can be used with no real meaning as a joke. So basically, it's just a word that exists.
So this show is pretty skibbity.
Exactly.
That sounds ridiculous. Okay.
Yeah. And then there's also like skibbity toilet riz.
That's where you lose me. Because why'd you add in a toilet?
I feel like such an elderly person when I read some of these words. There's also trad wife.
Okay, I've never heard trad wife.
It just means traditional wife. I don't know why we're putting words that don't need to be put together.
That seems unnecessary. It seems like extra work.
It does. I don't know what that is. And okay, this one actually is a personal favorite. I use it all the time. I'm Gen Z, for anyone that wouldn't already know that, just because it's pretty obvious. But I'm Gen Z. This is my favorite word ever. Delulu.
Oh, everything's Delulu now.
It's the shortened version of delusional, but it's just so fun. It just rolls off the tongue.
And life recently, let's be honest, it's been a little Delulu.
Exactly.
You know?
I love calling my friends Delulu.
Oh, they have their moments.
Especially when it comes to dating.
Oh my goodness.
I love it.
Why are you with him? You're acting all Delulu.
Exactly, just crazy. But before we go, I have to test your knowledge
Oh, geez.
on some social media slang.
Oh, geez.
I feel like you're really hip. You're really with the times. You know
Yeah,
what's
you're giving me a
going
lot
on?
of credit that I don't think I deserve. Let's see.
I feel like you're gonna do well. So the first phrase that I have for you, what does this mean? It's giving.
It's giving.
It's
Ooh,
giving.
this is tough because you say this before describing something.
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
giving delight.
You can use it like that. I'm trying to think of how to use it in a sentence. It's giving bougie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You walk
something
into
like
a nice
that.
restaurant.
So it basically evokes a particular mood or aesthetic. Like it's giving tired.
I like
It's
that,
giving
okay.
sad, you know? NPC, what does NPC mean?
Okay, now we're talking some type of technology.
Yeah, sure.
NPC has to be like a video, you know? Is
You're
it?
getting there, you're getting there. Video.
I'm literally making everything. I have no idea. What is NPC?
Okay, so NPC means non-playable character, but it started out in like the video game world where like it's a
man.
non-playable character, but now it's kind of being used as someone that doesn't have like individual thought. So it's just like you're just like following the trends. You're like an NPC.
Oh, so it's not good to be an NPC.
No, it's derogatory. Like yeah, it's not good to be an NPC.
Oh gosh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, so hopefully you'll be able to get this one.
So
Pick
nervous.
me.
What is it?
Pick me.
Pick me?
Pick me. Like
Is
pick
this-
me, choose me, pick me.
Is that from like The Notebook? Pick me! Oh no, that's from Grey's Anatomy. Choose me! Is that what it is? I used to say that's a kickball in in elementary school.
Yes and no, but kickball in elementary school. Yes and no, but it's a way to say that you're not like you're not like acting a certain way. You're acting a certain way for male attention.
Oh,
Like
pick
you're being
me
like
energy.
you're being like a girl that's just like doing everything for attention. You're being a pick me. Like you want someone to pick me, choose me, love me.
But don't we all, like we're gonna act like we don't wanna be
I
pick
mean,
me people, but we
everybody-
kinda want that attention.
Everybody has been a pick me at some point.
I've definitely been a pick me
I
person.
mean, especially when it comes to getting attention from like a significant other or something. You're
Pick me.
Exactly.
Choose me.
Love me. But if you guys have a viral video that we should be talking about, send it to me
At Florida for Real on Instagram or TikTok.
and don't forget to give my wonderful banter buddy Scott a follow at Scott Tavlin. And remember,
Keep it real.